proceeding further. Well, कंटेंट क्रिएशन सीखना है, आ जाओ सिखा देंगे. कैनवा पे डिज़ाइनिंग करनी है, आ जाओ करा देंगे. क्या मज़ेदार स्पीकर से सेशन सुनना है, आ जाओ माहौल बना देंगे. सो विद दिस, presenting you the young mind, ambassador of content creators and founder of Growthaholics Academy, Heena Sheikh. Can we please have you here, ma'am? I would like Kunal sir to please welcome Heena ma'am. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Well, Nagpur. They say the city is famous for its oranges. And here, I come bearing not just any orange, but something which is going to be filled with a lot of content marketing secrets. And no, I'm not going to eat it all by myself. So prepare yourself for an exciting journey of content creation, which is as lively and fresh as this orange in my hand. Are you ready? So how about we start with a very small little story? Okay? So one fine afternoon in the month of July 2020, during the pandemic. So we all used to scroll social media, right? So did I. And that day, something different happened. I decided to make a post. Yes, I did. And this was the post. Yeah, after scrolling, yeah, this was the post. And guess what? It went viral. My account was exploded with a lot of likes, followers, comments, and I was on cloud 9. In my dream. In my dream, yes. So, when it comes to content creation, I was thinking like that particular dream raised a lot of questions in my mind. And one of the biggest question was, how many content creators are there in the whole wide world? Anyone? How many content creators are there in the whole wide world? Anyone? Any idea? Make a guess. Any guesses? No idea? So it's 207 million content creators. And of course, I wanted to be a part of it. That number is just the consensus, right? Of course, there are a million or two which are not even part of that. And I wanted to be a part of that. So the journey is not, like, I started my journey with no niche, no experience, but lots of determination. So when we ask anyone, most of the people do not start their journey because they don't have a niche. They don't know what to talk about. But when I started my content creation journey, I had no niche. I was talking about anything and everything. If you saw that post, it was about making mistakes, right? I was making mistake. And of course, as it was a mistake, so my post didn't go viral. But, we all want to go ahead and achieve more. So, yes, the journey was not easy, and I am Heena Sheikh, and I want to tell you the journey which you will start, it will not be easy, but it will definitely be worth it. So, hi everyone, good afternoon. I am Heena Sheikh. I'm a Canva Creators Canvasser, currently the only one from India, and I'm a content creator. So today I'll talk about Content Alchemy and how you can craft content that converts. Okay? So I have divided the sections into 3 parts, and it's all related to orange, right? Because I introduced the session with an orange. So the very first section is about unlocking the creative orchid, sowing the seeds of success, and then harvesting the juicy rewards. So it's going to be full of things which you're going to learn. I'm not going to say that it's going to be valuable. That is something you should say if you find it. So, but yeah, prepare yourself, fasten your seatbelts as I take you for this journey. So the very first section is unlocking your creative orchid. And In that, the very most important thing which anyone should do when you start your journey is understanding your audience, right? So without niche clarity, you will not know whom to target, right? Suppose if I am a fitness coach, and if I create content which is related to maybe, home decor, then how will people know that I transform lives? If I post content which is related to the before and after of how I have changed someone's fitness journey, then maybe I'll get, people who, the audience who will like my work, follow me, right? So to understand that audience, once you start your journey, try to thinking about the audience, okay? So in my case, when I made a very first post about Canva on content creation, people started showering love on it. And I knew that there was a gap. People want to create content, but they don't know how to create content. So there I found my audience, that the people who want to learn how to create content. So you should always understand who your audience is. So understanding your audience is definitely the bedrock of content marketing success. The second is choosing your platform. Okay, so I'll ask a question. Which is your favorite platform? Come on, loudly. Which is your favorite platform? Any platform, come on. Wow, you all love Instagram? So do I. Amazing, amazing. So, when it comes to creating content, there are a lot of platforms, right? We have Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. And if you are someone who's very resourceful and is multitasking, then you can definitely go ahead and start, creating content for 2-3 platforms at once. But if you're someone like me, who kind of procrastinate a lot, then I'll recommend you to start with one thing, focus on that, build that, and then switch to something different, a different platform, right? So that is something you all can do. As a designer, I'll suggest maybe you can use Instagram as a social media platform or LinkedIn, right? So that is something like, as writers, you can use LinkedIn blog post, Twitter. So that is something which you have to make sure you have the clarity about, okay? Now, here is a story about me. When I started creating content, my account was a private one. I switched it into a public one. So I had around 300 followers. After few months of posting, I grew it to 600 followers, okay? But something happened that in just 24 hours, my followers went from 600 to 1,000. Any guesses how? Any guesses? Any random guess? Trending, viral, okay. So, sorry? Okay, she's saying I bought the traffic or maybe the followers. That is something you should not do. So, yeah? Public account. Yeah, it was public, but getting these many followers in one day for a small account back in 2020 was a big, big task. It all happened because I did a guest post. So this is something which was very famous when I started my journey. You just find accounts who have way more followers than you, and you prepare a post. You share it with them that this is a post I have, created for your audience. If you post it, it will be a win-win situation for us, right? So this is what I did. I made this post. This was very first post in the 2020, the very first guest post I did. It was with Christos Nikas. At that point, I had 600 followers. He had 35,000. So, of course, that had a lot of impact, and I gained so many followers through his community, right? So you get an idea that one of the way can be to collaborate or to do guest post when you start your content creation journey, right? Having audience is the key. Then we will talk about how you can convert them, right? So to gain audience, this is one of the things you can do. Now, so yeah, you can prepare the relevant content and try reaching out for the collabs or for the guest post to the people in your own industry. Yeah, this is again one of the posts because he found my post so good. He himself asked me to prepare a post for his profile. And that's when I did this. And it was the most liked post of his account. So yeah, it was kind of a win-win for both of us. Now, I am going to talk about the 3 C's of content success. Anyone, what you think is very important when it comes to content creation? Like, or maybe the content marketing? Anything? Yes? Content, concept, crispiness, consistency, creativity, amazing. So yes, of course, so many of the guesses were related to the words letter C because of course I'm going to talk about the 3 C's, okay? So the very first C is content, which is very correctly guessed. So the content plays a major role. If your content is good, people are gonna not just come and see your post and go. They're going to like it, they're going to follow your account, and they're going to stay with you, right? So your content should be that good that makes them go ahead, go into your profile and consume other pieces of content, right? So try to think of your each piece of content which you create as the magnet, right? Because that one piece of content is going to bring that follower, okay? So content plays a major role when it comes to content creation. The second is community. So this is something I had no idea. I accidentally built a community, you know. So what I used to do is, like, I had followers, okay. So I'll just tell you how you can build a community. The very first thing I used to do is whenever, like when you have a small account, it is very easy to do this, you know, when you gain a new follower, what I used to do is I used to go to the DM of that person, I used to welcome them and thank them for following me. So this way I was building a kind of a connection, and you will not believe me, but you know, there are some of the people whom I have converted into clients just by welcoming them and asking them if I can help them in any way. So this is one of the great way which really works. Next is replying to comments. We all get comments on our post, right? One of the thing which I started doing was I used to mention the name of the person when I reply to the comment. Kind of adding a small little personalization, right? It can be a very small little thing, but it definitely adds a lot of value. So that is again a thing which you can do. And make sure you start engaging with your most active followers. There will be a few followers who will always and always comment on your post. Go ahead, go to their account. From, you know, often you can even go ahead and leave your own comment, right? So that is something you should do so that you build a community. Now, for the third one, yes, there is this one thing I firmly believe in, that having 10K followers is great, but having 1,000 raving fans is priceless. Do you agree? We all can have a lot of followers, but having few fans is much more better, right? So that is something which we all should aim for, okay? Now, for the third thing, I want you to imagine you're a gardener, okay? So, अगर मैं एक gardener हूँ, मेरा एक orange का plant है, so what I'll do, I'll every single day water it, right? So that I get to eat those juiciest fruits, which is orange in this case. Similarly, consider your account as a garden, the post as the water, and do it every single day. And that is something called as consistency. And it plays major role in your content success journey. So if you see my account, I have had a lot of ups and downs. I was a student when I started my journey. So of course, because of exams, I was not consistent. So my account was not growing. Then, of course, what I did, I became consistent. I did batch content creation. And then, you know, my account started growing up. Focusing on community, content, and consistency. So, the next thing we are going to talk about, sowing the seeds of success. I have already told you about batch content creation. How many of you think that they are procrastinator over here? Anyone? I am a big procrastinator. Like this presentation I have completed today along with Shweta. So yes, this is something I do. So, you know, when it comes to, if you're someone like me, you will not be able to post content consistently because you kind of tend to procrastinate. One thing which has really helped me, my account was stuck at 33,400 followers. Within 15 days, it went to 100K. How? Because I did batch content creation. I created a Notion file. I added a lot of ideas in it, like around 40, 50. And then I started making posts and then posting it, right? So batch content creation really, helps if you want to try it. Now let me talk about one of the framework which plays a major role. When I started my content creation journey, there used to be carousels which were very famous. How many of you know what a carousel is? Okay, so for others, a carousel is something on Instagram where there are multiple slides, right? You scroll through them and swipe through them and see different pages. So that is a carousel. So at that time, that was working. And to grab the attention of the person, at that point, reels were not there. So to grab the attention of a person, the very first slide, the headline which you add used to matter a lot. Similarly, in today's world, when reels, shorts and everything is booming, then how you hold the attention of your users within the first 3 seconds is what really matters. Like we all enjoyed the session of Abhilash, right? What he did, he started with a game. That was kind of an attention. I don't know if I succeeded or not, but even I bought orange as an attention grabbing thing, right? So that is the first thing when it comes to ADA framework. First is attention. The second is interest. So once you have grabbed the attention, the next thing person thinks is if you like the content or not. That is interest, okay? So you should try to get the interest of the person, and then desire is once you start thinking that I want it, I want more, that topic about that. And then the final thing which you do is the action, which can be a call to action which you give in the end of the content. So this is ADA framework. So let's talk a bit more about call to action. How many of you know what a call to action is? I have just, any example of call to action? Visit my bio right now. Get in touch. Yes, these are all call to actions, right? Something you say. Like as a content creator, I create reels and I tell people to follow me, right? So if you're here, follow me. So what it does is it guides user the action they need to take. When it comes to reels, there are many actions they can take, right? Share, comment, like, save. You see, when I tell people to save this content in that reel, I will get maximum number of saves. When I tell people to share this piece of content, in that piece, I get maximum number of shares. So you see, you are telling your user what they need to do, right? So that is something, and it of course boosts your conversion rates and it drives engagement. So here are some examples. This is like one of the favorite newsletter of mine is marketingexamples.com. You all should definitely subscribe to it. It has the, the marketing examples for copywriting, design, conversion, everything. So this is something I'll recommend. So if you see that post, one comment with 0 likes will win a signed Leo Messi jersey. So of course everyone is going to comment and see if they are lucky enough that no one goes and like their comment, right? So you can see, many people have tried the similar kind of post and they have all got a lot of crazy engagement, right? So this is a great way. There they were, driving comment. The CTA was to do comment. Similarly, these are some of the buttons. I'll just tell you to have a look at it. Like you can handle the objection. Like instead of just writing in a button start free or just saying start free now, you can say, like you can write like no credit card required. This is something which eliminates a lot of objections. So this is something. Like if I tell you to, if I have a freebie, I tell you to download it. That is kind of a general CTA. What if I tell you to grab it now for free, like maybe grab this success blueprint for free. See, there is a big difference, right? So there is a free word which of course attracts a lot of traffic. So that is something you can do. So this is the link, marketingexamples.com. I'll recommend you all should definitely go ahead and see it. Again, when it comes to content, there is this unbounced funnel which I really found it valuable. When you have a piece of content and you want it to convert, what can be the best way? Suppose today I want to promote this event. What I can do, maybe if there were a lot of events that has happened, I can talk about them, grab the attention, and then as a CTA, if you're interested, click the link in my bio, grab your tickets, and I'll see you there at this event, right? This can be something which can be done. Similarly, in this blog post, they talked about e-commerce landing pages, tips, and best practices. And then, as a lead magnet or a freebie, they gave this landing page examples guide, and then they started with their nurturing sequence, right? So this is something you do. Again, this is one of the great example. You can go ahead and look at it. Here is one of the great profile I would like to talk about. How many of you have heard about Hustle Rani? Anyone? Okay, yeah, few of you know her. Yes, her name is Ankita Chawla. So what she did is she, kind of went out of the box. She used her Instagram account to create a resume in a much different out of the box way. If you see, these are different posts which are kind of in a puzzle way, but it talks about her, what she does, what she's good at, if she's available, the contact details. And this converted her, this kind of worked in her favor. Deloitte is a company which, she started working with. They reached out to her through this. So you can see the power of content creation. Just you need to think creatively and it will work. So yeah, a great example. Now I'll talk about the different, the power of keywords. When you use keywords, they tend to convert more. Let me give you a few examples. So for the first example, if I say comment content and I'll share the link to schedule free 30-minute strategy call with me, I'm going to get a lot of comments saying content in my post, right? Because this way I'm telling people to do that. Okay, this is one of the way. And what will happen in that post? There are few things which is happening in the background. You're getting a lot of engagement in that post. You're getting comments. Second thing, you're getting people to schedule calls with you. Of course, you're going to convert them later, right? So, of course, one of the pro tip I can tell you to add when you do these kind of things, like 3 slots available, right? Something like this, add urgency. And then, this offer is just for the 7 first action takers, something like this. One of the other example of keyword can be, add a story saying DM me blueprint and I'll share my most downloaded freelancing success book absolutely for free. So I have done this. These are all the tried and tested things. When you do these kind of things, they work. You are going to get so many keywords. Keyword is something you should all try. They work. Okay? So here, I've got a lot of engagement on my story. I was getting people on my DMs. See, the best thing you can do if you want to, like, as a student, if you plan on getting freelance projects, the best thing you can do is get people on DMs, right? We are all kind of very comfortable in DMs. Instead of, directly getting in touch with a lot of people, one-on-one works much better. So getting on DMs is something which you can do with the help of keywords. Then, of course, your lead magnet is getting downloaded. You're getting their emails because I just promoted a lead magnet, which is a freebie, which is something you give and in exchange you get emails, right? So then I can, of course, start with my welcome email sequence, right? So these are the things. Like, let me show you an example. This was one of my story. I was doing a free masterclass. The keyword was join. And if you can see, I got 111 replies from this one single story itself. So you can see, like, and those replies were what? Any guesses? What was the reply? Join, exactly. So this way, it's less of a work, right? Instead of telling me, get in touch with me. Instead, this works better. Okay? So one of the story was like, I promote my services quite a lot. I am a shameless promoter, I'll say that. So if you see this story, I posted a screenshot of how many people have already bought one of my course. And then I have added that, if you want this course, DM me video. So what will happen? Already I'm showing people that many people have downloaded, kind of creating a FOMO, and then directing them to DM me this particular keyword. Okay? Now we are going to talk about something which has been a savior for me. If you have grown your account, this will be something which you all should do. It's called as Instagram automation. Okay? Because when I add a story saying DM me join, DM me story, DM me anything, what happens? I get a lot of DMs. And replying to all of them will be kind of a difficult task, as well as Instagram is going to ban me. So for that, what I do is I automate my Instagram. Has anyone ever got an automated message reply or comment reply, anything? Anyone? Okay, amazing. So what happens? Once you DM a particular keyword, comment a particular keyword, you get a response from them. So this is something which can be done with tools like ManyChat or InstaChamp. Okay? So I have been using this tool called as InstaChamp, which I bought it at a lifetime deal. So you see, I am a big fan of tools. I love to explore different tools. If you'll see my Instagram account, you'll find as much as I talk about Canva, I also talk about different tools. So one of the gem of a tool is this InstaChamp, with which you can automate your story mentions, you can automate your DMs, you can automate your comments. Even if you're going live and if someone comments, you can even automate that. So there are a lot of things which you can do with this tool. Okay? And if anyone is interested, you can get the lifetime deal. You can take a picture of it. If anyone is interested in getting the lifetime deal of this tool, you can go to this website and get it. Now, I have already told you what a lead magnet is, right? Anyone? Were you paying attention? What a lead magnet is? Can anyone please stand and let me know what a lead magnet is? Okay, no idea? Okay, please.
For example, that DM me video, DM me this or particular keyword, these lead magnets generate because they bring people who are interested into the topic, and because there is least friction, they just need to type one word and reply, so they will most likely do it. So it will generate a lot of leads at once.
Yeah, so that is call to action. But what is a lead magnet is something which you offer. It can be a ebook, it can be a PDF, it can be a mini course. So that is a ebook which you offer.
For example, the tweet where there will be no replies, no retweets, that is one of a lead magnet because you are giving away something to the only person
Yes, to
who
get
will
their
not get
emails
one.
in exchange. So to get people other than your mom on your list, what you should do is solve real world problems. Okay, have a avatar, like we all create avatars when it comes to marketing, and help your audience achieve something, and then showcase your expertise. So this is something you should do when you plan on, getting, a lot of emails so that you start your own list. And some of the popular types of lead magnets are ebook. You can offer an ebook. You can offer checklist. This is something you offer for free to get emails, right? So these are different types. Now, one of the thing I'll say is whenever you launch a product or anything, to get conversions, okay, don't talk about that product just once. Talk about it multiple times, maybe after a few days, after once a week. Keep on talking about it. Because when you post it just once, there is a huge chance that so many people might not have seen it. So that is something I'll suggest you to do, and your content will convert for you. Okay? So how many of you over here, like of course I have talked about lead magnet, so let me give you a demo of it, right? So how many of you would like to have a free ebook template? That is something which you can of course do a little bit of changes to and grab it, okay? So yeah, what I'll like you to do, just add a story right now. Take a picture, maybe anything you can add, maybe share your love for all the different speakers, anything you can tag. You can tag my account, tag the account of Purple Page 3, and the moment you do that, you're going to receive a message from me, and that is going to be, I think the message which you're going to get is not going to be for ebook, because I have done kind of a blunder. The message which you're going to receive will be a training on how you can do Instagram automation. It is InstaChamp Mastery. So if anyone is interested to learn about how to do that, that is something you can even offer as a service. So if anyone is interested, add it. Or others, if you don't feel like adding a story, just DM me ebook. DM me ebook or go to any of my posts and comment ebook. You're going to get a reply from me. I'm here, but the replies you'll get there. Okay? So yes, InstaChamp. Yeah, this is my account. You can tag it and you can get the freebie. Now, let's talk about creating engaging stories. We have talked a lot about content, right? Posts. Now, stories. So, stories are the best way to sell. You know, we build audience through our post, but you know, when you want to sell something, stories convert really, really well. So here are a few kind of stories which you can start using. It can be like, you know, you share some reminders. You know, this is something which everyone should do every single week. Ask me anything. This way, you get ideas for what you should, you know, create content about, right? You get ideas as well as you know what are the pain points of your audience when you ask your audience to ask you anything. So this is one of the things, and it drives a lot of engagement. And of course, you can do some would you rather, like poll kind of thing, this or that, and many other different examples. You can just make a note of it if you feel like, and they really work. Here is the screenshot. I have added a poll over here, and if you can see, I got, like, I comparatively, on an usual, I get 2,000 views. Even if you have a good, you know, great big following account, you get less views in general. So, but when I added this kind of poll, of course, you can see the reach was much more, right? So, adding polls, adding stickers, adding, you know, those different interaction stickers which are available, they really work for you. Okay? So, some of the examples of how even I use the things, I share the testimonials, I share the case studies so that people reply to it, and of course, in the DMs, I convert them. Okay? Yeah, here you can see my brother posted a story of me that he congratulated me for getting this car, and I just added that as a story. I didn't even made a post or anything. I just added that as a story. I had no idea that I was going to get, like, of course, the anything which we get was any congratulations replies, right? So, but that boosted my story engagement for my other different stories. So this is something, like, at times, even the personal thing which you share can bring a lot of engagement for you. It's not always you have to share professional things. You can even share some personal things. Okay? So again, some of the views, if you can see, at some different interactions. Now I'll give you a few tools, ideas, okay, that really work. One of the great tool, if anyone likes to know about different tools, right, be it from any niche, if you're a designer, if you're a marketer or anyone, and you want to know the best tools in your field, come to this place called as Product Hunt. Every single week, there are different products which are listed over here, and you get to know about them. You can start using them, right? So this is one of the great tool. Other is AppSumo. You know, how many of you know there is a tool called Calendly to schedule calls? Okay, all the marketers know, students don't. So, you know, when it comes to doing freelancing or anything, we kind of get on discovery calls, right? So that we get to interact with the client, get to know what their expectations are. So for those kind of things, a tool which we use to schedule our call is Calendly, right? But Calendly charges, I think, around $12 per month. So there is a great alternative which is available in this platform called as TidyCall. You can get it for $19 for lifetime, and you get almost every feature. So this is something I bought from here. You'll find amazing tools over here for lifetime deal. So a great resource. Now, the third and the final section, harvesting the juicy rewards. So for that, one thing you have to do is, now that you have learned all the different ways to convert, the ways to create content, the ways to create story, the only thing is you have to start focusing on progress, not on perfection. Okay? So one of the example I can do that is right over here. I don't want to focus on perfection. So till now, how was the session in one single word? Anyone? Jhakaas. Informative. So how about we all say together Jhakaas? Okay? Or, yeah, Jhakaas or awesome, anyone? Awesome. Awesome it is. So what I'll do, I'll make a video right over here, and then you are all going to say with me, what? Awesome. Okay? Deal? Come on, loudly, please. Deal? Okay, so come on, let's do a practice. How was the session? Awesome. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so I'm just conducting the session at DNDCON. Let me ask the audience, how is the session? How's the session? Awesome. See, so just now, right over here, I created a great piece of content for my story. So, see. So, you need to focus on progress, not on perfection. Okay? And keep on experimenting. You'll never know what type of content will work for you. For some, it will be static posts. For some, it will be real. For some, it will be great stories which will convert. So you need to start, keep on experimenting. Even when it comes to platforms, keep on experimenting. Okay? And to end this session, I'll say this. Execution is something which is very important. From all the different speakers, you must have learned so many things. So make sure you execute them. So that is it from my side. Any questions? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would request Rajesh sir and Jignesh sir to please present a memento to Heena ma'am.
सो गाइस कैसा था सेशन? ऑसम था कि झकास था एक साथ? ग्रेट. सो फिर से कुछ क्वेश्चंस. ओके, सो स्टार्टिंग में मैम ने बताया कि ओवरऑल पूरे ग्लोब में कितने कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स हैं. आई वांट द एग्जैक्ट नंबर. हाथ रेज करके बताएंगे प्लीज. एंड नोबडी फ्रॉम
207.
नो 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 प्रोफेशनल्स.
207 million.
करेक्ट.
Can we please have you on the stage?
Next question, sorry. What are the 3 C's of social media?
We want answer from the back side.
Content, community, consistency is the key.